Goody good.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. Hello, hello, and welcome, Chrissy from Footprint Tarot.
Yeah. This group tonight, so I can watch the replay. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Okay.
Well, Beverly, we're glad you're here. Beverly's here, and so
yes,
you're the only one right now, but that's okay.
Hello, how are you? Oh. You'd be surprised. There'll be some people watching too. Hi, Beverly. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah. So,
are you happy that you're coming into the spring where you are?
Yeah, I am. Hubby's not, because September for him is just one big hay fever attack. Hi, Janet.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to next week. We're getting our second vaccine shot, so that'll free us up.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. That's great. Yeah. They just finally passed the third COVID shot for Pfizer people here. If you're over 65 or you have some other problems. But I took the Moderna, so I have to wait and see what happens. Hi, Pamela and Janet. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. I want to just wish Pamela had a reading with us over the weekend, I think, or it was Monday night, and she asked about a job, and she got this job the next day.
Oh, good!
Isn't that awesome? I think that's awesome, and it's a really good one. It looks like so. Congratulations, Pamela. Of course, we didn't do anything, but you know. And hi, Cat Mama, and
hi,
Gina.
Cat Mama. And Gina, hello.
Johanna, it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Very good.
Karen, you here? Hi, darling. How are you? And Sin McNin.
Yes. Yes, this was planned, actually, Sin. We were supposed to come on a couple weeks ago, and Chrissy got overbooked because she's such a popular gal. And so I just rescheduled it, and here we are. And I'm so glad to be here because I'm having withdrawal symptoms. This was my first week of school teaching all these classes, and I'm worn out, but this doesn't wear me out. This energizes me. So anyway, yeah. Hi, Shield Maiden. Hi, Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So yes, it's only 7 a.m. tomorrow in the Down Under, and I've always wanted to ask this question, Chrissy. What is tomorrow morning going to look like?
Well, tomorrow morning.
For me.
For you.
Yeah, because you were already there, you see.
You're in near Seattle.
And
you're going, and your autumn has started.
It has, yes.
So it's probably going to go from wet to cold.
To cold. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so you're going to wake up to colder and wetter
as time goes on.
Yes. In Melbourne, actually, they're a bit further ahead of us over on the East Coast. They're like 2 hours ahead of us, but soon they'll be 3 hours because they'll have daylight saving kicking in. So we have 3 different time zones in Australia.
You know what? I should have figured that out because it's a big continent, but I, for some reason, just didn't think of it that way. So anyway.
Tomorrow for you guys, let's.
I just love it. Yeah, I love it.
Wake up to surprising news, I guess.
Maybe. Never know. That would be nice.
Yeah, I guess. I just closed my eyes and I thought, well, wake up to some surprising news.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I always wanted to know, since you are already in tomorrow, if tomorrow was going to be great. You know, like I used to say, I liked it when you guys on the New Year, because you have the New Year like almost a whole day ahead of us. And I'm like, what's next year going to be like, you know?
Anyway. Well, up until I was 21, for me, next year was a hangover from epic parties because
there you go.
Because New Year's Eve is my birthday, so.
Oh, it is? Oh, good for you.
No word of a lie. my 18th birthday party went for 2 days, and I wasn't even there for half of it.
Or you could have been there, but you don't remember any of it. One or the other.
I had gone home. They were just kicking it. Got their second win when I went home.
Oh wow! When I turned 18, they had just lowered the drinking age to 18 in the United States.
Oh,
that was the year they did it. And then when I turned 21, which is the normal drinking age, they put it back up to 21. I said, "Thank you very much. You took care of everything." It was pretty funny. Yeah.
It's 18 here in Australia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but naughty
It is
women.
18. Okay.
Yeah. Happy birthday too. Yes, I understand that. That's the I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw something about that the
And
other day.
Melinda's here.
Hi,
Melinda's
Melinda
here.
from False Teeth Real
Yeah,
Tarot.
Mary Thornberry.
They're out. Go and see her.
All right.
I had her
Hi,
on
Mary.
the other day.
Flowing.
Give me good vibes, a positive card for women for the Women's March on October 2 in Los Angeles.
Oh yes.
October 2 is my hubby's birthday. So
It's your hubby's birthday on October 2. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Well, my birthday's the 29th of September. My son is October 1st. So
Okay.
that's a good happy birthday to your husband too. Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's
celebrating
awesome.
my birthday by getting a needle in the arm. So we
Oh
can
yes.
go out
But you
more.
need to. Yeah.
And and some of my health problems
Uh-huh.
are not so much problematic. So that's good. Hi, J-Lo.
J-Lo's here, and so is Aspie. Wow.
Hello, Aspie.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are we going to make a start? Can you give me some good vibes or positive card for Women's March on? I have just the deck for that, Pamela.
Okay.
What a lovely, lovely, lovely smile that is. I have the perfect deck for that. Where is it?
When you find it, I have a question to ask you about something from Australia that I don't know what it's made out of.
Okay, yep.
What is spotted dick?
That is not Australian. That is
I thought it was.
English.
Oh.
And I really have no
idea. Okay. You're the one that's got the shrimp on the Barbie and
Barbie,
and what's Vegemite sandwich.
Right.
Yes.
This is the Vanessa Tarot.
Okay.
By Leonard Narciso, and it is all the cards. There's a couple of blokes in it, but they're just side characters to.
Okay.
All the cards are women. So
all of them.
Great little deck.
There you go.
A wonderful little deck, and lots of fun. So the Women's March.
Yes, I'm going to march in the Women's March with Jennifer from Jen's World Tarot in Seattle, and we got the pussy hats, and we got the Smash the Patriarchy shirts, and we got the face masks with Ruth Ginsburg on them.
Well, oh, Ruth, what a wonderful, wonderful energy that woman had.
Yes. Yes.
Apparently, Kate McKinnon used to do the best. Hilarious.
Oh, she did. She's funny.
And somebody asked Ruth Ginsburg herself if she got offended, and she said no. It was lovely. Oh, no. It was a lovely compliment, and apparently, it got through to Kate McKinnon, and she was just rapt that Ruth Ginsburg liked.
I know. No, Ruth was very, very open-minded like that about everything. Yeah, she was so good. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so the Women's March.
All right, the Women's March. Are they going to have it also down in Australia? Wouldn't surprise me.
I'm ashamed to say I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I know you did Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd protest down there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a lot of problems with with tradies and stuff at the moment, and they're getting violent. And there's some anti-vaxxers are mixing in with it. it's one of those things where people get in and they make things worse because they have their own agendas and they want to, and quite a few anti-vaxxers have taken advantage of that. We're going up to the people who work in the vaccination hubs in Melbourne and threatening them, spitting on them, throwing things at them.
Oh, we've got that.
They've been advised when they're coming to work, don't wear their work clothes, don't wear their scrubs or anything, don't even have their tags hanging out, just wear normal clothes and stuff.
So the craziness is going all around the world, really. It's not just the United States, huh? Okay.
No. The Women's March. I'm ashamed that I don't know if there's going to be one down here. And I'll have just been a few days out from my second jab, and the advice is still stay home for 14 days after the second jab. So, yeah.
Were you bothered by the first jab? Did it bother you at all?
Oh,
did it make you sick? Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I got AstraZeneca for the first jab, and
you did. Okay.
And it made my husband very sick, and he got.
You can mix them there, can't you? If you want, you can mix up the.
Not just if you want. You have to get.
Okay.
You have to get, do an application process to get.
I see. Okay.
Different one, and our doctor did that for us because my husband got some TTS symptoms. He didn't get it or anything, and and they lasted for quite a while, and I didn't really have anything unusual. It was really strong, and it took me 4 weeks to get over. So they thought on the basis of that.
Chrissy. Wow.
Yeah, on the basis of that, not to give it to me. So we got permission to get Pfizer as the second jab, but it's taken a long time. Anyway, God's at the highest truth and compassion. Please help me find some clarity, insight, and objectivity into the question of the Women's March on October 2nd, wherever it may be held. What is the energy going to be for that? Let's have a look. The Fool. It is like they're starting out on a new journey. This lady here, she's sitting at the side of the road, and she is like, there's a little puppy there, there's the flower there, the flower or the little rose there. It's a little rose. It's representative of love, but the rose can also be representative of freedom. Okay. Ooh. If it's a white rose especially, but love and freedom. She's sitting by the side of the road. It's a new journey, and you can see in the background we've got the sun coming up in the horizon. Mm-hmm. She's sitting in what is quite a barren landscape. So loss is indicated there. But she's like, okay, we're going to keep going, and we're going to achieve our goals, which is indicated by the mountains in the back. Sure. So that is wanting to give women, especially those in states where I hear Florida's going to try and do the same as.
Yes, and Alabama, a couple others.
So you can't stop us. We're all getting together. She's on a journey, and it's like, this is a journey we've all got to go on together. Yeah. And it's positive. Yeah. She's leaving the pricks behind. You see the cactus?
That's perfect.
So,
really?
The King of Wands, compassionate leadership. The King of Wands here, of course, it's a woman, but it could be quite fiery, but there's also a lot of compassionate leadership there, and they realize that it's up to them to show that leadership that is needed, and it's intuitive as well. And it's like, and of course you've got the wand with the leaf on it, indicative of new growth, encouraging new growth, encouraging new energy, and new encouraging women to find that courage and strength and fire within themselves. So it's not going to be quiet. Yeah, and it is. They've got to say, no, you cannot abuse us anymore.
There you go.
In all the sorts. This is an abuse, and we're not going to have it. And we're going to take it away from you and walk away from you. This person often it's a cautionary card, the Five of Swords, of be careful what you wish for, and the end is not always justified by the means. So just be careful that things don't get so out of hand,
right,
that people turn against the group. So
the police or something. Yeah,
have some rules. Yeah, don't make it violent and all that. So just make sure that part of it, anger, that violent, it can be fiery, but it doesn't have to be destructive. So
awesome.
So there might be a need to make sure that in some areas, and the Hermit, the beacon there is, how have we gotten here? If we're not careful,
right,
it can be the lamp she's holding. It can indicate where I am, you can be too.
mm-hmm.
So it's a way of encouraging, holding a light out and a beacon to women all over the world, not
all
just
over,
all over the world, who are
right,
subject to abuse of power. That where I am, you can be too, an encouraging light. It
right,
can be, but in this case, it's it's a light of encouragement.
right.
Yeah, so there you go.
Awesome. Yeah, and I pull partnerships. It says giving and receiving, there is strength and unity. And look at that. That's perfect cards. It looks like it's going to be a good day. So we're going to make it so. How about that? That's awesome. Thanks for the question, Pamela.
It is
Thank
great.
you. Yeah. All right. Oh, Aspie, you got insurance after 17 years without? I thought I was bad. I didn't have it for 10. Congratulations, dear. We all need insurance. Oh my. I'm glad that you were finally getting it. You go take care of yourself when you get it. So let's see what I'm assuming. If there's another one. U.S. company raised all employees to minimum 70,200 employees in 1 year after 66 new babies. I didn't hear about that one. That's quite interesting. But I did know there was a company that they gave everybody a minimum of 70,000, like even the people that worked in the mailroom or something. That was the deal. And wow, what a great company that was.
66 new babies, eh?
66 babies. Might have had something to do with they were at home a lot too. Oh, good. Judith answered the question. Oh, it's custard-like cake with currants. Okay.
That sounds nice. A sultana cake with the very nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been afraid to ask what that is.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Barbara, you can get the hat on Amazon. That's what Jen got them on Amazon, just so you know.
What's hat?
It's a pink hat with pussy ears on it, pussycat ears. And it's supposed to be what they wore it in the Women's March earlier. But and Anne Marie, you told me about Spotted Dick too. Okay, thank you. Yeah, somebody says it's not something you want to catch. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's perfect. Oh my God. See, one of my favorite bands of all time. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you kind of got one. It's just pink in the other one. One of my favorite bands is Men at Work. That's Men at Work. I love Men at Work. Men at Work were my favorite. And I named my son Colin, middle name Colin, after Colin Hay. Yeah. And my son said, "Who is that? I never heard of him." I said, "Well, he was in the Men at Work." I said he had an eye that was lazy. I think, doesn't he have a lazy eye in one of his eyes? I think. And he said, "So I get to tell everybody that I'm named after a guy with a lazy eye." I said, "Oh, for heaven's sakes!"
No, he's named after one of the Australian.
That's right.
Music gods. Men at Work. Yeah. Wonderful band. Great songs. Of course, most people know them from for Down Under and stuff, but they had things like Be Good Johnny and
yes, I love that. Yep.
Several other songs as well. I'm afraid so I can't remember at the moment, but there's one that really grabs me every time I hear it. And yeah, no, he's named after a friggin' rock god. Tell him to have some respect.
What is it? That's where I learned on a hippie trailhead full of zombie. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. Oh, I love them. I love them. Oh, that's great. And I actually love a lot of Australian bands. I love Cool Change, that band that sang Cool Change. I can't think of the name of it.
Little River Band.
Little River Band, yes. Yeah. And I love the Bee Gees, yeah.
The Bee Gees. You need some Aussie rock, but you need to listen to some Angels, and you need to listen to some Cold Chisel Girl.
What is this now? Why Footprint Tarot? I don't know what you mean. So
hi, Chris Martin. Hello. So you joined late, and you've never heard of me. Wow. Yeah. I'm wonderful. I'm gorgeous.
Now, she's gorgeous.
I have a channel, and my name's Chrissy. Okay.
That's right. And she's down under, in the land down under.
I'm from Australia. I live in Australia, and I'm a good 15 hours ahead in time from.
Yep. So she's in tomorrow already. That's right.
Tomorrow.
So yes, I want to know how long you've been doing this, Chrissy. I'm just dying to know.
How long have I been doing this? Okay, I started. It's sort of been a thing in my family on my mum's side for many, many generations.
Okay.
And there's been a little bit of brushing with it in my family, but I sort of tended to push it away for a long time. And I picked up the cards a few years back. I was just getting so tired of hearing Trump's done this, Trump's done that.
That really was the impetus for most of us, Chrissy.
Second or third year of Trump. So I haven't been doing it like for 30 years or anything, but I have been doing it for quite a few years now. And I watched the wonderful Kirsten Langston because I wanted a different take on what people would say. Came across her, and she absolutely made my day. I laughed. Oh, it's hysterical. I was fascinated. And really, it's like I said, it's not an unknown quantity to me. There's a bit of family history and all that there.
Sure.
But it's a part that I did not. And I thought, well, I went and got a deck. I got this. I got the classic Rider-Waite deck, and I got a guide and all that. Just that Sage's guide, and I sat down and just started doing it for myself, and it opened up a whole new world for me. And it filled a very big void, and So, and I like looking at different aspects of the world and different mysteries and helping people if I can. It took me quite a while to decide to go live and do live things, but I started, and even to start the channel. So, and even after I started the channel, it was a good year, quite a while before I went live. So
yeah,
that's my story.
That's awesome. I'm so glad you did. But a lot of us started that way by going there and with this Trump thing and how upsetting it was, and not knowing what was going to happen and everything, and then being called to do our work here. And I've just been so happy. Actually, I've been kind of miserable between Tuesday and today because I haven't been on, and it's like I have deprivation or something. But anyway, I just have to make it work and do it when I can. So, but I'm really glad that. Hi, Tiara. I'm glad you're here. And hi, Teresa, Chris, Miss Charlotte. Yeah, good to see everybody. Yeah, we're having some fun with Footprint Tarot. And that's what they were saying. They didn't have whose footprint. Where did you come up with the name?
I actually wanted barefoot, but somebody had already used that, and I was like, huh. But footprints, it's just like the footprints came out of just in a way, tarot cards can be used as a guide to where you, it doesn't tell you what to do, but it gives you some energy that can guide you where you want to go, where you want to go. And so when I do eventually get my site published, which I've been working on Weebly forever, the tagline is "Let Footprints guide your."
I like it.
Or something, or curiosity. Let curiosity guide your footprint. So it's like very much about footprints and leaving footprints and guidance towards the future and stuff. So and the fact is, I love not wearing shoes.
There you go. Good girl.
I hate shoes with a passion.
My husband does. Yeah. Yeah.
It just feels connected to everything.
To the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. My husband wears Hawaiian shirts and shorts and sandals all year, even when there's ice on the. Oh, he's crazy. That's crazy. So Chris wants to know what you specialize in anything in particular.
Okay. My live shows a lot of politics, but also I don't mind going down some side channels. I do videos on mysteries, hidden treasures. I've been saying the last week and a half I'm going to do a hidden treasure video. I'll have it out before Monday. I do personal reading, Chris Martin, but you email me for that, and you can email me at footprint tarot, all one word, at gmail.com. So yeah, I don't do personal readings online, but I do for and I can do them either on Zoom or email, however you want to do it, and you can get some more details for me. I'm also starting some lessons on Saturday, so if people are interested.
Interested in learning the cards. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm starting off with a trip to the Major Arcana. So
all right, that's where it should start anyway. Yep. Perfect.
I've got one person signed up. It doesn't matter whether it's one person or more.
Yeah.
And just email me, and they start on Saturday morning my time, Friday night your time. So awesome. Yeah, I appreciate plugging that, but yeah, because I've had quite a few people saying, "Are you going to teach? Are you going to teach?" And I hope you find a different take, because most people, when they want to learn from others, it's like,
why? That's what Chris. That's why. Yeah, no, that's what she was asking. Yeah, sorry, Chris. Brain fog. Yeah.
Footprints can be wondrous and bare feet. I grew up in North Queensland. I was born in New South Wales, but I grew up in North Queensland, in the cane fields of North Queensland. We used to run around those things with no shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
There's snakes, there's rats, there's sticky uppy things that can go through flesh quite easily, and we used to run around them with no friggin' shoes on.
And glass and pieces of glass and cigarette butts and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. No, I think it's great you're doing tarot in a different way, and I really like that so much, because I think that some people think they have to follow the books or they have to go through this, and I think it's morphed into more than that. And so looking at it in different ways is really nice. It's a great idea, Chrissy. Are you going to ask people to start with the Rider-Waite deck, or it doesn't matter?
Well, I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite deck, but if you want a lesson, you email me. There's details, and there is a nominal fee per lesson, but it's not a lot. It's but I'll be sending out a PDF with the Rider-Waite cards.
Oh, okay.
even if they don't have a deck and they want to use it to start learning more, I have a printable deck that I can send out if they want as well. But there's going to be a handout with all the cards on it so that everyone can work from the same cards. And I've just scheduled the first lesson for that time. But if people want to learn at a different time,
yeah. When is your regular show schedule that you do? You do just one or more a week?
I do 2 a week, and it's Thursday morning's my time, so Wednesday evening's your time, and they're usually 9 o'clock they start. So anywhere from 9 p.m. East Coast time to 5 p.m. your time, I think.
Yeah.
Or 4 p.m. your time. 5. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, and something like that. And that goes for usually an hour and a half. I went a bit longer the other day. And Sunday mornings I go for 2.5 hours, and they start at 9. And that's Saturday night. Yeah. And occasionally I'll pop in and do other. I might pop up and do a surprise reading, but I'm trying to get more videos done.
I understand. No, I understand. That's great. It's good to know. All right. So yeah, Aspie loves naked feet, she says. I agree with that. No shoes. You got a lot of people that don't want to wear shoes in this. We have to stick together. Hate shoes. and Teresa too. Prefer no shoes. Yep. Wow. That's awesome. Now, when I was on your show, there was somebody in the chat that was like a news person that posted things.
The News. Christian from Uncover the News.
Uncover the News. Okay, so this is somebody that's just a regular subscriber that happens to do that all the time, or do you have him do?
She hops on every time. She's absolutely wonderful because she has a constant news feed. And she added Australia to her news feed to you know, in case no figures come out yet or whatever. And she will say, "Hey, look, this is just broken," and she'll put this up and stuff like that. Her name's Kristen, and she's absolutely keeps us on out. She keeps me on my toes as well. And she does it for Black and Orange as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Mary. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Autumn, the absolutely gorgeous Autumn. And
she's very pretty. Yeah. Oh, she's from Canada. Okay. Cool.
She's from Canada.
All right. But she does like news of the world, basically.
Yeah. Mainly US, and she added Australia to her feed, but she'll come out with other stuff as well. And I usually have a news feed open next to me as well. And it's just like and sometimes that's like another story from
so it was I wondered if you threw any cards on your prime minister and Boris and Biden and what they did and how it got France.
I did.
You did.
What was behind that? And basically, the buzzword down here in the last week or so has been Indo-Pacific. So the Southeast Asian, Indonesian area, and the Pacific area.
Right.
And really, I think there's a need for Australia to really show its teeth a little bit more. They feel there's a need for it to show its teeth.
Yeah.
And there were other things going wrong with the French deal as well. It wasn't just a sudden decision to do this. Apparently, the French deal's been going foobar for quite a while now.
Okay.
All that. But I also felt, I think they also feel that China needs a neighbour in the southern hemisphere needs a power, and we are the only geopolitical power in this hemispherical one in the southern hemisphere.
Right.
And that says, okay, we've got you covered from all sides now, buddy. So
yeah.
and just problems in the undies and yes, China has been a major trading partner for a long time, but there's also been, I think they just felt there was a strategic need for it.
And it wasn't meant to piss off Macron, I don't believe, but it did. It got him really.
Oh. Johnson probably said, we'll join you just to piss off Macron.
I know Boris would do that, wouldn't he? Wait a minute, you can't do it without me and my spotted dick.
Oh my God.
Oh, you know his wife.
Children that man has.
And he's got another one on the way. His wife is. Yes.
So
how many does he have?
He's got 6 so far and 1 on the way.
Oh my Lord.
Often
busy man, huh?
And the other 5 are from more than one woman. I know that.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Well, don't you remember she went in to have that baby and he had COVID at the time, I believe, or he was very ill. Yeah. Oh my.
He did get very ill, actually. Yes.
He did. Yes. Yeah.
You
definitely.
don't want anyone to get sick with this.
Yep. Hi, Renee Rogers. It's good to see you.
Hi, Rogers. Hi, and Voices from the Swamp. Wonderful.
Voices, I know. Isn't Sherry great? I know.
There is more going to come out about this alliance. It's about more than just buying submarines.
Okay.
There's mixed feelings over the fact that they're going to be nuclear submarines.
Yeah.
I don't want our submarines to have nuclear warheads on them. Powered nuclear, a bit not sure, but I certainly wouldn't want the missiles or whatever that are on them to be fitted with nuclear warheads.
Oh no,
no. But so there's more to come out on that. It is very much a defensive measure with the Knight of Wands here, and it's got the new growth from the wand there, and it's also, we're not going to let you have everything your way. So it's a warning. You know, China can be very much my way or the highway,
right?
And which is the reverse of the Knight of Wands. You know, if you're not with me, you're against me. And it's like, well, we're willing to stand up to you, and you can't have everything your way. And it's also shared resources. Of course, there's quite a few American bases in Australia. There's going to be more Americans in Australia. But it's also about sharing resources and the technologies, so that there is, I suppose, what is deemed a trustworthy nation in the Southern Hemisphere, and it's that has those resources as well. Yeah. So, and there's more to come out, and it's about.
I bet there is. I bet there is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much that's on his plate, on Biden's plate right now, and a lot of people are turning against the things that have happened because of Afghanistan and because of some other decisions that were made. And you know, right now he's sending back the Haitians, and they don't really need to go back because they have nothing to go back to. But if they weren't sent back, then would be all kinds of problems because we didn't send them back. You know, it's like you're damned if you do and not.
I do feel like ICE really need to clean out. Really, really need to clean out that picture of the border guard on a horse with a whip.
They got him out. Yeah, he's out.
That is indicative of a culture within ICE, especially in the southern areas.
Yes.
That needs to be cleaned out, and they are going to clean it out. It is probably not even going to be completely restructured. There are a lot of problems with that, And as for, I know people want a new life and a better life, and they're leaving some devastation and some political uncertainty. But it's hard having, been through cyclones and all that, and having to go out and clean up a yard. It's not the same as having to go out, and pick up the rubble from your house falling down and all that. But then you have a place like Cyclone Tracy, and where Darwin was virtually wiped off the map, most of it.
I know.
People were
it's already a poor place.
Most of them returned, and Darwin was and it's rebuilt. And the best way to make a life better for you and your family and your country is to be there on the rebuilding. And if you really do need to, a lot of those people, they just want to escape a country that's in devastation, especially at the second huge earthquake. And you can understand, and you can sympathize with that. But their energies are needed at home. So it's a bit hard, isn't it?
It is.
It's not
like Chris asks, can you find lost things? It's become a thing. I've noticed that people the other night, on Monday night, Jennifer and Jean, who was another psychic that I had on the show, they were able to find some keys that were in somebody's yard, but I'm not able to do it.
And sometimes I can sort of guess, you can try in that. But I think for me, that's more of a general knowledge of human nature. But I don't know that, but I do look at things like I'm doing a series at the moment called Hidden Treasures, and I've done a couple.
Well,
and
that's fun.
Where they are. Well, I've done the Amber Room, the famous Russian room, and the first one was, I can't remember the first one I did, but I'm looking at either doing the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail next.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, so Sherry says Pelosi said something today. Oh yes, Nancy Pelosi had 5 children in 6 years. Yeah. And Nancy Pelosi didn't have the opportunity to have birth control, and she's Catholic as well. Yeah. So she said, I thought that was pretty cool, because somebody said, "Aren't you Catholic? Don't you? Isn't this against what you?" Give me a break, So I have a question about.
Just because you might not do something because of it's your personal choice or belief, doesn't mean you feel you have the right to impose that on others.
That's right.
You sympathise and aren't prepared to support, because it's your personal choice is your personal choice.
That's right. You don't know what someone's going through, right? Yep. I remember thinking to myself that even at the time, I had friends who'd had abortions, and I also had a friend who had an abortion before it was legal, and she nearly died. And I don't want to see that happen to these girls again. But anyway, I would love to know if you know anything about Prince Andrew.
Okay. Prince Andrew. I know the Queen is not happy with Prince Charles.
Oh, no, not at all, I'm sure.
Prince Charles.
Something else happened to Prince Charles too, right? Like one of his footmen did something, or I don't remember now.
Something about that, but I don't really keep up with a lot of it.
No, I don't either. No. Yeah.
She did tell Prince Charles to cut his brother loose.
Oh.
But Prince Charles has been in all big protective mode, and Charles is refusing to do that. So let's have a look at that.
Okay, because Fergie is standing up for him too, even though they're not married anymore. She's saying, she'll always stand by him and all that stuff. But Andrew hasn't even gone out to see his new granddaughter. I did read that he doesn't want to be seen, apparently. Yeah. Wow.
Especially around younger women.
Boy, that's amazing that this was so long. Hello, Annie. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming by. Yeah. Oh, it's an overlay. Okay.
We've got the King of Pentacles here. Resources and stability. He really represents an old guard that think that because they are of a certain status, they can do anything they like and they have power. He represented that, and he's learned the hard way that that's not true. His mother was not brought up to think that way, and she's really, really disappointed that he got the idea that he could just do that and that he could get away with it.
Yeah, because his father could. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Prince Philip ever went out and,
not in that way. No, I agree.
But but his father is actually the person who took on King George's role to open up the royal family to the public more. So Prince Philip, despite all of his faults, was actually the driving force between making the royals more accessible and more open and seeing more. But of course, when you have hundreds and hundreds of years of entitlement, 2 generations of people are not going to change that overnight. And he honestly thinks that he has the right to win in this. That
of course he does.
The right to be the victor. But he's got some harsh lessons coming to him. Group. This is definitely, this person is standing up here on this table, and they've got sort of like they're holding a doctrine in the hand, and at the base here you've got the nun and the monk, and representing old doctrines and old religions and things, the way things have always been done. This is the 3 of Pentacles. There are groups who are determined to change that, and this young person is standing up there and they're saying, this doctrine, no, it's not good enough. There needs to be a new contract. There needs to be a new way, and there's groups of people who are coming together to say to this person, this doctrine of hands off because I'm a prince, no, it doesn't apply to you. Before all else, you are just a citizen.
Right.
And so there are groups coming together for that. So it's not the end of his woes. It's going to be a lot of overflowing emotion for him. And
it would be interesting to know if she has said, I've heard the woman that's suing him, that he smells so bad and he sweats and it'd be interesting to know if that's true,
He doesn't sweat, remember, because he went to the Falklands War. And this is actually this whole thing with Prince Andrew has brought some things to a head with the royal family, and it doesn't.
I bet.
Andrew matter. Involved Prince Harry and a lot of the younger generation getting out and doing ordinary jobs and things like that. Not that Harry does an ordinary job, but others do. Prince Edward, right from the start, even though he's a prince and he's the Earl of Sussex, he's continued to work as a producer, as a television producer and stuff. And this whole thing is leading up to a crossroads with the royal family. So it's the start of a new era for them. So there's a crossroads coming for the royal family. So yeah, I don't know a lot on that.
Okay. So John asks if he belongs to an Illuminati group, which would be interesting. I was also thinking that something else about him. I can't think of what it was. I'm sorry. Lost my mind. Okay.
That could surprise me because, again, we'll go back to that Three of Pentacles that I had. It's in the deck.
Yeah.
But that can also represent dark groups. So
Yes.
it could be that person is on the table and saying no more to these people who think that they can group together and above the law. So that could also be an interpretation on that card. Things have changed. And so does he belong to an Illuminati or an Illuminati type group? Let's see.
I got blessed mess. That's what he is, a blessed mess. Hi, Joanna.
Well, I've got the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, home, a core group, the Seven of Cups, which is gaslighting and confusion and a maybe card, and the Knight of Swords, which is a maybe card as well, but it's also chaotic and dark. And there's a chance he does, but it's not definite. But he's definitely part of a core group of people who definitely do think they're above a lot of things.
Above the law. Yeah.
And like to keep things in the shadows and in darkness, and but they also do have illusions and delusions of power. They don't have as much power as they like to think they do. The power is actually held with other people who would just give them a good quick boot up. His mother, I'm sure, wanted to slap him so hard.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And slap him so hard that Google wouldn't be able to find him. It's just slap him in the next week. It's saying that we had, or boot him in the next week. But she'd be wanting to boot him into the next friggin' century, honestly. She was not happy.
I can only imagine her wrath. Yeah.
Being a bit of a playboy with women who are knowledgeable in that, and no. But then there's just being a really creepy predator-like person.
He is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And doing it in the shadows, that's what it is. With somebody like Epstein. Only brought to the US to stand trial. Well, it's a civil case.
So probably not.
Probably not.
Probably do it on Zoom. Yeah.
They can probably sort it all out. We might have to appear in court either on Zoom or something. But it's a civil case, so I think the statute of limitations on anything criminal that might have been
is already passed. Yeah.
So no, I can't see him being standing trial.
Although she was 17, I don't know if it's if the statute of limitations ends if you were a minor. I'm not sure. I just don't know. Yeah.
He's definitely going to be facing some justice associated with the US. So whether it's through this case, and there's definitely a tower coming up for him.
Ooh.
And it's like he is going to be falling from a great height.
Yep.
He's sitting pretty. He thinks he's sitting pretty, but there's loss here. With the Nine of Pentacles, it can talk about financial loss. So I do think he could lose this case.
Yeah.
There's also
He's going, if he gets convicted, his daughters are just going to, I mean, that's disgusting to think that, he's only got girls. And
I don't know that there's going to be a conviction, but I do feel that this young woman is going to feel that she has justice.
She got some justice.
It's going to fall him from a great height. I mean, the royal family and the royal purse, which is granted, and the are not going to be paying for this. They're each individually wealthy in their own right. They're landlords, landowners, and things like that. It's going to be his personal financial loss. And that's going to cost him a lot. So,
yes, it will.
Yeah. Okay.
Sherry's got some breaking news here. I'm sorry. She's going to bring us the breaking news tonight.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Steve. Yeah. Mark Meadows. I read on Mark Meadows the other day, and then
you did. Yeah.
Getting subpoenaed, and he thinks he can get out of it. But I was going to read on Steve Bannon. So I did do a reading on Mark Meadows the other day. But let's have a look at Steve Bannon, what he's going to do.
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, Steve Bannon was known to have said that he wanted to destroy Joe Biden's world in the crib, he called it, meaning right at the birth of his presidency. Yeah. Joanna, you have a great trip. Have fun. Be careful. She's going out to Vegas. All right. Dozen cats for me. Hello. Yeah, I really think Prince Andrew thinks he didn't do anything wrong. I really do. There are just men like that,
Yeah.
So
they don't even bother to think, oh, she looks mature.
Yeah.
Hi, Creating Your Life Consciously.
Yeah. She's the one going down to Vegas.
Yeah. Limitations in the US regarding underage sexual assault. Thank you, Creating Your Life Consciously. So he could end up in the US with that justice card and the loss of power. So he could end up standing trial in the US.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, I tell you. Probably end up being pals with Trump. Oh, gross. Oh.
Trump can't do anything for him.
Yeah.
Trump can't do anything for him. He can't pardon him or anything.
True, that's true. Yeah, no, that's true. But they're just of the same sort of slimy creature underneath, like the monster or something. I don't know. Hello, Teresa Baltazar.
Yeah. Hi, Teresa. Now, I've got the 9 of Swords, and I'm looking at Steve Bannon and the subpoena. He's quite anxious. He's quite anxious.
Good. He should be. Oh, he's so disgusting.
Of Pentacles. There is news about now. The Page of Pentacles is a very young, a studious young person, who's very intelligent. But it's also someone. It can be someone in terms of maturity who hasn't matured beyond a certain point. You would think that Steve Bannon had matured beyond a certain point, but he hadn't really. He was sort of stuck at a time and where he became a disruptive influence, and he got stuck there, and he hasn't moved on from there.
Hasn't moved,
so
right?
I feel like it should be reversed. And he knows so much about the disruption of January 6th.
Yes, he does.
And that's why he's being called up. 3 of Wands, he is going to have to face the consequences of even having knowledge, even if he wasn't directly involved, even in having knowledge in making the plans and all that. He is going to have to face those consequences. They are coming for him with the 3 of Wands. And it's also, he's going to have to talk. You see, this person is kneeling before, this person is the wealthy, the ruler in the purple robes, which indicates power, strength, and rule. But he's on his knees begging with the crown off in front of somebody who is holding wands of illumination and,
Is there something going on in the background of that card, like an explosion or something? I couldn't see. It looks like fire. Oh,
it's the wands. It's the wands.
Oh, it's the wands. Oh, I see it now. Okay,
the wands
thanks.
are on fire, and it's creative energy. What's at the base of this for him? And the 4 of Pentacles and the Suprema. He's feeling very insecure about it. very, very insecure. He's got a lot he does not want to have to say. He's got a
I
lot
bet. I bet. Yeah.
But here's the thing, the King of Wands, this is Trump. The outcome here is he's going to be asked what he knows about Trump's attempts to gain his leadership, lies and delusions around that, and the efforts to stir up people's emotions, the rally, the plans for the rally.
Yep.
Wow. And quite often, where did some of the money come from? What do you know about this? What do you know about that? He knows an awful lot about this.
And he does.
Drive behind it. So, and he's getting a bit worried about it. Unlike a lot of people, he actually think, even though he's growth at a certain time, he doesn't actually think he's untouchable. I know.
He's a big cheese.
He knows that anyone can be has their.
Well, he might also know about all the money that was funneled by Clarence Thomas's wife, Ginny, to all those people to bust them in. I mean, there was so much stuff that they all know, and that it's really, oh my God. I know I can't either. Wait till it's all done. I understand what you're saying. It's almost so depressing because it takes so long, but they have to do it slowly so that they can do it right, I guess.
Dozen Cats for me has asked, will Steve Bannon tell the truth? Because how he's feeling about
because that will be throwing Trump under the bus, and Trump would really destroy him, wouldn't he? He's afraid of him, I'm sure, like the rest of them.
He's not afraid of Trump. He's one
he
of
isn't? Okay. He's not?
Yeah,
okay.
He's afraid of Trump. Yeah.
All right.
Will he tell the truth? Four of Pentacles, probably not. Page of Cups, there's surprising you. So he's actually, this is that feeling of insecurity again, and I have shuffled these cards. So he's feeling very insecure. He's not feeling on safe ground. He's gathering his resources together. Got the Page of Cups, surprising emotional news. He might. He's really anxious. He's really anxious about what happens if he tells the truth.
Do they even know how to tell the truth? See, that's the thing. It's like they believe their own lies. Yeah.
He won't. He won't.
He won't. No.
Because he won't. It's better the devil you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Hi, Seascape. It's glad to see you. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. Those are great. Those were great. All right. First time posting. Okay. Where's it? Urgent care. Oh, no. No, you don't have to have a political thing. This is just anything is fine. I'm so sorry, infinitely blessed.
The community.
Yeah. We're here for you. We're here for you, all people. Yeah, not just political stuff. Please send some love and light to
healing energy.
Yes,
healing energy. Also, one of my subscribers, Linda S. She's going through quite a tough time with her health. I won't go into details, but she's quite through a tough time. And so prayers to Linda S. and healing light and positive light, white healing light and yellow positive light to both of you and to all those who are suffering.
Absolutely.
With illness.
We have a very strong community here that can be very powerful in sending Reiki and light and love. And anytime anybody needs it, and we're talking about something else, just ask. It's fine. Anytime. So we send you lots of love, dear. Yeah.
Hi,
and your
Em.
friends.
Em's over.
Oh, there you go. Chilly Melbourne, huh? I hope you're okay over in Melbourne.
I've got some feedback happening somewhere. I don't know where from. Unless,
Oh,
have you got your YouTube channel open as
no.
well?
No, I don't do that. Hi,
No.
Rainbows and Moonbeams.
Hi, Rainbows and Moonbeams. Wonderful name.
I know. Lots of, and Flowing. I didn't see you earlier. It's good to see you too. And M.
Oh, yeah, I was there earlier, yeah.
Wow. So yes, we're losing about 2,000 people a day here in the country from COVID. There was a fellow that, I'm still hearing this story over and over again. There was a guy from Montana, and he was 24 years old, and he was being interviewed last week, and he said, he didn't know why he bought into all the BS, why he didn't get the shot, and now he knows he should, and he's going to get it as soon as possible. And he's dead now. I mean, he just died. They put him on a ventilator and he's dead. So I just still don't, when I hear these stories, and especially for people that are screaming at at the school boards down in Florida, my son and my daughter don't want to wear a mask and all that. It just, I don't know. I feel like craziness. Just a crazy world we live in. All right. So dozen cats for me. I imagine that when it happens, Steve Bannon, and justice has been served, it'll be like a scene in A Miracle on 34th Street. There you go. Absolutely. Let's do it. It's funny because Linda Grindle said that when Biden won, there'd be dancing in the streets, and there was dancing in the streets. So that's probably what will happen. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Do we have any more questions before we wind up here today? I think you have to do no, that was this morning. No,
was
yesterday morning. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So now.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
It is, Mary.
Thank you, Ali, for having me.
Thank you.
Lovely. And yeah, if you want to see more of me, guys, I've seen a lot of names.
Yes.
Come and check me out. It's Footprint Tarot.
Go to Footprint Tarot. Yes.
Go to Footprint Tarot. And yeah, and you can, if you want some lessons, I am starting to do lessons. I'm starting with the Major Arcana, and you can go to my community page, or you can email me about it. Why did Miss Scott Morrison meet up with Rupert Murdoch?
Rupert Murdoch. Oh, is that your prime minister? Is that your prime minister?
Yeah. I was saying, a lot of people have been going like, oh, Biden forgot our prime minister's name. I mean, there's so many, as I said, there's so many of us over here that wish we could forget his name. So we got no problem with that.
Isn't he like a Trump? Well, Boris was considered to be more like a Trump, and wasn't Scott Morrison as well?
He's a big fan of Trump. He's a big fan of Trump. Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's all about
Fox News.
Sky News over here, which is the same as Fox, because they're up before a Senate committee. It's up about the Senate committee because YouTube banned Sky News for a week because of the continued misinformation about the coronavirus and stuff and vaccine.
Good.
And of course, that's Murdoch. So it's about the Senate inquiry that they're going up against, the Page of Cups, which is news that affects people, a Five of Swords, which is, of course, a classic abuse of power. They push things too far. And we've got the Death card, so transformation of, Scotty's probably meeting with Murdoch to say, look, you're going to have to institute some changes because there's an election coming up. So he wants, he's going to try and influence Murdoch, who doesn't listen to anyone. And stand the ground because we've got an election coming up. And, of course, but he also wants Sky News on his good side. He wants Murdoch on his good side. So he's going to trying to work something out with that.
He's a bootlicker. He's a bootlicker.
I don't think Scott
dear.
Morrison ever met up with Trump in person, but he did talk to him on the phone. Yeah. So yeah.
Lena calls him Scotty from marketing. Is that? That's a good one.
Marketing. Definitely Scotty from marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much. I know it's hard to connect at a time when we could both be doing this, but I'm glad that. Oh, hi, Ron. We're just winding down here, but we had a great time. And hi, Snow Wolf, and some real interesting readings that Chrissy did for us. So thank you, Chrissy. You're a doll.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves.